Hey Type community, Ashley here, ENFP Free Spirit, here to do a profile study on ESTJ executive from Socionics, the purely kind of mathematical model of personality as opposed to the applied version of Myers-Briggs personality. Just going over all of this, it makes so much sense the disconnect I experience with my executive. Top functions, the get it done TE, and the homeostasis SI. These are just some points I found noteworthy. We all know ESTJ is the hardworking manager type, often gets a bad rap in the type community, but my ESTJ happens to be healthy and mature, so this is for all ESTJs out there. Extroverted thinking. The executive talks a lot of news and health. They can talk on and on about it. Anything that's practical and relevant in the real world. And the executive respects social institutions. This is contrary to the ENFP, who is more individualistic and does not like to be so much influenced by social norms. Moving on to introverted sensing. ESTJs, they love physical exercise, whether it's working out at the gym or hiking. C.S. Joseph actually said that ESTJs tend to watch their diet, keep a low body fat, and work out a lot at the gym. That's definitely the case for my Enneagram 1 ESTJ here. Executives rely on their personal experience rather than the advice of others. Executives resist deviation from their routines, even if it doesn't make sense. I was already at the gym with him and I did not want to work out, but just because I initially said I wanted to, he needed to close that loop and work out no matter what. Even if it didn't make sense for him, going and working out at that time would actually possibly harm his health given his physical condition at the time, but he still had to go to the gym because it had it in his mind that he would work out that day. Something that surprised me, that executives can step up and be caregivers to their loved ones. Always providing practical support, their love language is typically acts of service. Doing things that need to get done around the house to satisfy the physical needs of themselves and other people. Also, they are very in tune with what their body naturally needs. If there's something going on internally, they can really sense that, unlike other types who are oblivious. Extroverted feeling, the social harmony function. ESTJs have an approachable, welcoming, joyful presence, but people can see that they're typically very formal, even in casual settings, to the point that it's a little bit inappropriate by how formal they can be, but they are proactive when it comes to reaching out to other people, and others can sense that they do mean well. Introverted intuition, the sixth sense function of foreseeing the probable future. Executives are not big into theory, speculation, fantasy. They like things that they can experience with their five senses in the concrete world. And executives are not prone to existential reflection relative to other types. I know that my ESTJ, he'll do things like write his obituary to try to put things in perspective, but he's an older, mature, healthy ESTJ, so I don't think most types of this type will get to that point for a while. It's not something they've had with them throughout their upbringing, just this natural tendency to reflect on their life. Introverted feeling, individuality for the executive. Yeah, ESTJs, they tend to do things that they should do. They're bound by duty. They can be out of touch with how they feel, and therefore they are out of touch with how others feel. They can come off as insensitive, robotic, tactless, but for the reasons that they're not aware of how they're coming across. Therefore, executives are not the best partner when it comes to a deep emotional exchange and conversation. Instead, you bond with an executive by doing work projects with them. In the same way, this type is commonly represented in the male population, and men are known for bonding. Most men are known for bonding over activities as opposed to sharing their feelings in conversation. Extroverted intuition, the exploration function of ideas. ESTJs are really get it done, and they're not so much about innovation. They're much more upholding the status quo. They question new ways of doing things because they rely more on conventional wisdom, the way things have been done, because they've been proven to work.